RSM. Hello viewers, it's RSM. Welcome to the first episode of It's RSM. This is the first time in over 3 years where I'm in a YouTube video addressing you, the viewers at home. So this is officially the end of my YouTube hiatus, and to celebrate, I brought some very special bubbly. It's like some New Year's Eve practice. Here we go. I'm totally gonna edit this out. I just lotioned my hands before this, so this is why it's taking forever. This is a strong little cork. Ooh. All right, there we go. So if you'd like to join me, go grab one of your bottles of chilled champagne from your fridge. Happy new video, everyone. May it never take me this long to do a YouTube video again. Cheers. Just so you know, it's like 4 in the afternoon and I'm already drinking. All right. So this is something I've wanted to do for a while now. I wanted to do a vlog type of series on my channel. So this is it, and I thought to myself, what better time to start doing this than with my recent 30th birthday. So some of you might already know, for my 30th birthday I was thrown a surprise party. Easily the most surreal and greatest nights of my life. I'm very lucky to have all the friends and family I do. So my side of the story starts on Halloween. This was the same day I put out my fall collection album. That morning I was posting up little samples from the album on my Instagram. Then not minutes after I did that, I get a message from one of my brother's friends, Paula. And it was strange because I haven't really talked to her in the past. So I assumed it was related to the album just coming out. She was asking me if I could play at her Lola's 70th birthday. I was like, absolutely. She probably heard this stuff from the album. So I agreed, absolutely. Let's do it. The gig, she told me, was on November 30th. That is 10 days after my actual birthday. Being who I am, I started thinking maybe this is a little cover. Maybe this party I'm playing at is actually for me. So I started questioning my brother about it. And he says, but no. He's like, you're full of yourself. It's not for you. And then like a week before her Lola's 70th birthday, she sends me an a real fake invitation to this party. That puts to sleep any suspicions I had. I'm like, okay, this thing's real. So before this 70th birthday party, on the 22nd, I had a little smaller get together. There was food, presents, there were rounds of Whisper Challenge, which I didn't know was gonna happen, but they did. Twister at the end, the birthday basics. We got socks by Ralph. Wow!
I know what it is. And
I hope you're all ready to stretch, because you're playing for So the day of the gig comes. Before the party, I find out that my cousins are invited too. They said, oh, hey, we can give you a ride. You sure? I had to be there early to do sound check. And they're like, yeah, no problem. So like, yeah, my brother wasn't invited. And he was like, oh, you should ask Paula if I can go. So I asked Paula, hey, can Rylan record me while playing? And she's like, it's cool. So her cousin comes, we're driving there. Where this party was happening was at the hall of a church I used to go to. I'm just like ready to play. I'm just like focused on like all the material I've rehearsed. So yeah, we get to the church. And then like we go downstairs to the hall. Most of the lights in the hall are off. I expected people to be there already, but it was empty.
The setup here is it's really fun. My parents.
Oh, pretty. I guess they're coming later. There's a thing called Filipino time where we show up to a party like an hour after when the invitation says it starts. The only one there is Paula. Paula started playing something on the sound system, and I immediately knew what it was. It was a intro music to the Netflix anime Neo Yokio. So she plays the intro music to that show, which is actually a piece by Vivaldi. It's almost like a fanfare. And I get excited because I'm thinking like, I had no idea she watched that show. As I was about to ask her about the show, one of my cousins, Karus, comes out. He walks out holding this thing. And I'm like, what is he doing? Like, what is he holding? Then he turns around and then it's a giant letter R. It happened really fast. Like, I didn't process that the letter he was holding was the first letter of my name. So Raya follows him. She's also holding a giant letter. It's the letter S this time. And then the third one, Michaela, she's holding a giant letter M. What's happening? And then like it clicked. Like, those are my initials. And then I start shouting, I knew it, I knew it. Moments later, doors open from both sides, hordes of people. It was like a zombie movie. I was like thinking in my mind, like, how do I react to this? And I went with, of course this is happening. Of course I'm getting a surprise party. I went with that mindset so I wouldn't cry. So all these people come out. I recognize the faces, but I wasn't processing who they were. And it was like a wide variety of people from my life. And then they all started singing Happy Birthday. And I'm like, yes, of course. And I start conducting them, I think.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Reggie. Happy birthday to you.
I'm trying so hard not to cry.
Alright, good job, team. Alright, one more from the top. Well, thanks, everyone.
My mind was blown. I'm like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? I didn't even know, like, wait, well, what's happening? And then the whole thing was organized by my brother and my cousins and their friends. Namely, there's Amika, there's Karus, brother Ryland, Raya, and Michaela. Those were like the 5 of the planning committee. They have a chair set up for me in the front, and then Karus sits me down. The planning committee like starts off the program, and I'm just thinking, there's a program?
Yeah, so everyone can go to their seats now.
Oh, there's a program. Was my get together not good?
Your chair.
You can sit down.
I just wanted to play together.
Essentially what they planned was a Philippine debut for me. If you don't know what a Philippine debut is,
This is a coming of age for 18-year-old girls. So Reggie here today is going to be our 18-year-old girl.
Cutie.
it's basically a big ceremony party that's thrown for a Filipino girl when she turns 18. And in many ways, I am still a Filipino girl that has just turned 18. So they threw that for me, and I always joked with my cousins in the past, well, why do the girls get this? Us guys should get this too. So, and we called it a man boo. So what they had planned for me was a man boo. I'm sitting in the chair looking out in the crowd, or the tables. I don't know how they pulled it off, but they did. They had the most random people from like different generations of my life. There's people from high school, people from university, people I used to work with, family friends I haven't seen in like a long time. Or just looking at like the guest list, it was like the character select menu in Smash Brothers. What's Cloud doing here? That sort of thing. What's Sonic doing here? The first part was the dinner part, and then since I was prepared to play at this fake 70th birthday, they let me do a couple sets while people ate, which is fine. Which is, well, what I did sign up for that night. It's RSM. Actually prepared a speech for me to read, and I applaud them because a lot of the jokes in that speech were ones I probably would have written myself.
Hello viewers! Every girl dreams of having a debut, and I am no exception. Thank you for coming to my 10th annual 21st birthday. I'd like to take a moment to thank you all for being here. And I'd like to give a special shout out to all of those who couldn't make it today, especially my front tooth. What's funny is I would have actually written that. As you may know, I am a man of many names. Reggie, Reginald, the Jazz Man, Senior Senpai, and my personal favorite, Creepy Stalker. But as you can see, I've made my name an icon, RSM. Most would think it stands for Reginald San Miguel, but what it really means is reliable single man. It's gonna mean that for a long time. So if you have any eligible lady friends, I'm here. But over the past 30 years, I've done a lot with my life. I started a YouTube channel, and just recently, I finally hit the big 74 subscribers. Thanks, man. That's 74 people. I've had on-stage shows, I've had off-stage shows, I've released 3 albums, and I'm working on my 4th, which will be released on all your favorite platforms. I've traveled the world and met family I never knew before. I've traveled the city and made memories with friends I've known all my life, and I'm just getting started. Before I end the speech, I want to leave you with a story. 2 little mice fell into a bucket of cream. Two mice fell into a bucket of cream.
2 little mice fell in a bucket of cream.
The first mouse quickly gave up and drowned.
The first mouse quickly gave up and drowned.
The first mouse quickly gave up and drowned.
That second mouse struggled so hard that eventually he turned that cream into butter and crawled his way out.
But the second mouse, he scurried with all his might, and eventually he turned that cream into butter and was able to crawl out.
The second mouse wouldn't quit. He struggled so hard that eventually he turned that cream into butter and crawled out.
Ladies and gentlemen, as of this moment, I'm that second mouse.
Ladies and gentlemen in Alba, tonight we are that second mouse.
Well, the night is young and neither am I, so I hope you all enjoy the rest of the evening. Now I'll hand off the mic to Amika and announce my next surprise.
It's RSM. The 18 candles are
18 speeches given by 18 of her close female friends.
what they did for me.
We've cut it down to 8. 8 very handsome boys.
They said I have 2 minutes.
He was the coolest kid. What happened, Reggie?
And I also didn't think I'd ever like him.
Reggie's second mouse.
Really single man.
You remember that, right? And that one time
True story.
I don't go to your birthday and it's